So in this topic is going to be exploring, what do you think purpose of life is? What do you think the purpose of the universe is? And if we say universe, we're no way saying that there's no God, and we're no way saying that there is a God or other beings. We're just purely, yes, we'll be talking about other beings in this as well as human beings. And the roles of the universe and the responsibility of the universe, the responsibility of the solar system, the one that we live in, and the responsibility of the earth and what that is for. Then, what is the responsibility of humans in all of these dynamics? So, when we look at the past and we say good and evil, everyone loves this subject of what's good, what's evil, what's good, yes? And I think that everybody has a very fascinating understanding of what's good and evil. But I think the easiest way to understand good and evil is all about perspective. Yes, your perspective on something. So we could take it from a dinosaur perspective, yes? The meteorite that's going to come crashing into the planet, and it's going to cause total wipeout of life, being dinosaurs, as if we were observing this. So we would take a God stance back, yes? And any beings that made it towards the eldest beings, yes, and the universal functions and everything else. And you take a step back from that. Therefore, you have a different perspective now. Now you've got a new perspective, and now you're looking into the universe, into these events, and you're going to dissect them based on this, yes? So let's say there's a meteorite coming into land on the planet Earth, and it's going to wipe out most of the dinosaurs, yes? Mm-hmm. To a dinosaur's perspective, if you could think like a dinosaur for a second, is that good or bad?
It's bad, isn't it?
So that's viewed as bad, which humans might apply to bad, evil. That's evil. What if the collective orchestrated that so that that meteorite came crashing in? That was by design. They wanted that to happen for a purpose. To a dinosaur perspective, that's bad. That's evil. How the hell could you do that? And it hits and it wipes out 90% of all dinosaurs. Let's say it wipes out 80%, leaves 20% around. Crocodiles, different things, alligators, such so forth, some ocean life. So we'll say 20% was left, 80% was wiped out. To those first dinosaurs that were around and seeing that come in, and then everything began to change on the earth drastically. Drastically. Overall, to a human that's been lifted out and taken up on this platform to observe this or to have some insight on this will change your perspective forever. Now lift a human out from now and bring them all up. Okay, you're going to watch this. Doosh, it comes in and happens. Is that good or bad, human? Is that good or bad? Well, that's kind of evil, that. But I don't know. Now we're going to change their perspective. In order for that meteorite to hit the planet, it allowed for humans. Dinosaurs were dominating the planet. They were reigning supreme, and they were dominating it. They dominated so much so that there was no room for humans to come about. Maybe there were, but in small pockets. There was just no room for them. Because dinosaurs dominated so much so, they stood on the pyramid step and just blocked it. They weren't advancing anywhere. They weren't going to be doing anything about their fate. All they wanted to do was do things about control and dominate. Control and dominance was all dinosaurs wanted to do. Control territory and dominate it. To be the only ones with their food source. They didn't want to share nothing. Nothing was shared except for water, but even that is not shared when you look at alligators and crocodiles. You go and drink near that water hole and they're going to attack you. Other things will keep you away from that water because that's my watering hole. How dare you fill your canteen up here? And if you do, the prices are your life. to go and get water. Then I ask the humans, is that good or evil in your eyes? That they are dominating everything, that they are holding and blocking everything. And that in this event, this meteorite event, you now are dominating the planet. Was that meteorite now evil? No. No, that was really good. Why is it now good? In the beginning, it was viewed as evil. What if you were that dinosaur? You know, they're not going anywhere. They're going to stay on the planet. What's the point in that? That's no point in that. Wipe it out, it evolves. It evolves and a new species comes to dominate. They being humans. And now humans are on that step. Perhaps trying to guide dinosaurs just doesn't work. So the universe has to perfect. And that's what it's doing. When you look at it, it destroys things in order for new things to transform from this. Because technically it's not really destroying. It's transforming from one form. So the gas has to go in order for the star to be born. So you have to destroy a nebula in that instant. You have to destroy the nebula in order for the star to be born in the nebula. You have to destroy the gases to no longer be gas to allow the stars and the planets to rise up, right? So you'll notice that there's transforming. Why do you not want the gas then? Well, because I can't cook pots on gas. I can't create life on gas. I can create life from gas, but I can't evolve life in gas. Far too complex. You need a few things. Heating and cooling. You need to be able to mix. You need a stable platform in order to mix this stuff up on, in order for you to get an objective. You're trying to achieve something. So what do I need in order to achieve this? Well, I need stars. I also need black holes to take care and make some balance. I also need a cycling system. I also need rocky bodies such as planets. Then inside the planets, I need a breakdown effect. I need all things to start clumping together. It makes life, okay? But that's not the life I'm trying to make. I'm trying to make intelligent life. Well, why do you want to make intelligent life? Well, I don't want nothing that's going to dominate. I don't want anything that can't run with their slowest in society. Think about this for a second. Because if I bring you up, what are you going to do? You're going to run ahead, and the ones that are focused on something else, because they didn't put into that pot, because they didn't work on that, because they were insignificant in your eyes, they don't deserve anything that you could create. Think about that for a second. So other beings that are already there, under divine, would say that they have worked their ass off to get there, to fight a lot to get there. But yet then you bring a human perspective on board. I'm going to lift you up, and now you're going to start working. They'll start working and say, but they never put in. They never put into this project. Why should they be allowed some of this project? You want to take this out for an example? Look at money. We saved all of this money and told loads of lies to everybody as to what this money was going to be used for. And when we reach now, after time, that money is no longer going to be used for that, but you're still going to pay it. And those ones over there didn't contribute anything, so they don't deserve any of this, because it's all about us, our influence, our purpose, our say-so. So they're not going to get any. Could you imagine that shit above, in the life from beyond, if you want to call it that? Not all beings will be aware of ever existing. Not all of them. Do you really think it would be purposeless? Actually, it is. But would it be purpose to have dinosaurs there? Would it be purpose to allow dinosaurs to know of their existence? Or would it be far easier if it didn't achieve what it was meant to achieve? And you could say, well, then this is another type of hierarchy altogether. Yeah, I guess you could say that. But it allowed the transformations to take place in order to get to a level of where you're at now. The universe is continuously trying to do something. It's refining everything. It will smash things up and it clumps them together in such a way that life rises. How many other planets out in this entirety of this universe do you think this same process of pot cooking is going on? But we have a dinosaur in mentality on the planet. You can picture which these are. War, carnage, control, and dominance. And also, you don't deserve this. You can't have this. These people don't deserve this. You get this over here and that's all you're going to get. Why? Because we said that's what you're going to get. So it's no different from a dinosaur. And anyway, good and evil then gets spread around. And I call it stagnation is far more. But you're stagnating, but this is happening, but that is happening. Okay. So any beings then that are in the collective that can